Hey guys, it's Timmer, and for you guys who are on Lab 9 of our Introduction to JavaScript, or the Vanilla JS course as we call it, I want to bring something interesting to your attention. We're going to take a look at Josh's project. So let's dive on in to Leaflet here. This won't take too long. But I thought this was pretty interesting. Josh made a pretty cool find here. So we're going to head on over to the 220 course. We're going to jump into the B group here, and we're looking at Lab 9, which we call the Closing the Loop, because this is the one where we've hooked up our event broadcaster in the data portion of our application. The data is being updated through its API, and now it's able to broadcast to the rest of the app that a change has happened. That's pretty cool, because this is the point where everything just starts working, and now the application can kind of stand on its own. So let's take a look at the theme that Josh is working on here. And he's got this kind of a cool red versus blue theme that he's working on. Clearly that's something that he's pretty interested in here. Looks like he's got his funds calculating correctly, so his logic class is working. He's got the levels showing up. You can see that he's started work on getting some avatar pictures showing for the backers of this project. It's kind of a Kickstarter type of design that we're working on here. Now, if I jump back into the feedback for the lab, you can see that Josh has a question here. He says, Tim, the submit button that is inside the pledge form no longer works, and not just for my pen, I think it doesn't work for the Oxfam crowdfunding page. Now that got me curious, because I've been working on that Oxfam page for a while now, and I've never encountered this particular problem before. So we did a little bit of research, and with a little bit more information from Josh, we figured out that this is actually a problem of the Microsoft Edge browser. All right, so this is actually kind of exclusive to that browser. And you know, while we have less cross-browser problems these days, they do still exist, and every once in a while they'll jump up and bite us. So if we look down in the feedback here, I want to bring your attention to this little bit of research that I did. And I've put a link in here, which is to a bug report filed for Microsoft Edge. And inside of it, you can basically get the information that Edge is not able to iterate through a node list. So this relates to the part of our code where we're doing a query select all. So what we get back from that, it kind of looks like an array, because you can do a lot of things that an array can do. But it actually is not an array. It's a data type called a node list, which isn't exact same. Now, most browsers allow you to do everything you would do with an array on a node list, but Edge does not, at least not yet. This bug report is from March, and it looks like they are working on it. It's been assigned to somebody, so that's good news. But at least for the time being, we need to do a bit of a workaround for that particular browser. If we jump back into the feedback here, you can see that I've got a little piece of code here in which we're doing something we haven't done before here. This is a little bit more of an advanced technique, so you guys haven't really seen this, but look where we've got array.prototype for each. Okay, now what the array.prototype combined with this call function right here allows us to do is to basically take a function from one object, like an array, in this case, the for each, and try and execute it on a different data type. So the node list, and this actually works because the node list, even in Edge, does have the ability to have an iterator applied to it, like a loop like this, like the for each that we're trying to do in this case, in order to add some event listeners to our radio buttons. We're doing it in a loop, so we don't have to do them all manually one by one. And it works, but it's a little bit unusual looking syntax. So if you look a little bit further down in the feedback here, Adam has weighed in, And he's proposing an alternate method that we can do as well, the array.from. Now that's something I haven't tried out yet, but I'm going to give it a shot and see how that works. And Adam has also gone on to test the rest of the code. He's got some good feedback here and some additional points that Josh can work on. I've put in a couple more references that should show him how to get those avatar pictures up and running. So this is all looking pretty good. If any of the rest of you guys are working in the Edge browser, that may help you get past a sticking point. So thank you, Josh, for pointing that out. I'm glad we were able to find an answer for it, and I'm really looking forward to seeing this red versus blue theme emerge. It's an awesome first site to be working on, and I love that property. So keep going with it. You're right on the edge of making something really great here. So for you guys, I will see you all in Lab 10.